Hello, 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 hello. This is the HQ in the house, and we're about to do another Kevin Samuels video. And the name of the video is Modern Women and the She Still Has Options thing. She still has options. We gonna have to get into it. Get into it. Let's go.
Single or not?
Definitely.
Definitely yes.
Definitely yes.
You have any children?
I do. I have a son,
Okay. How old is he?
10.
Okay. How long? How long were you with the child spot? Are you divorced?
No, we never got married.
Any particular reason why?
It wasn't a healthy relationship.
Oh, another toxic relationship.
I got in it when I was young. I know, right? It's like status quo. But I got into it when I was younger. Because I had my son at 26. He and I got together when I was 23.
I'm shaking my head because I need you ladies to understand
Yeah.
how full of shit y'all sound. Y'all all come in the same toxic relationships.
No,
Listen.
Okay.
Y'all all sound full of shit to us when you come in talking about a toxic relationship that you were in for multiple years. We don't believe you.
I agree. I understand. I get it.
So it wasn't a good situation. Then
Right.
why did you make a baby?
Because, to be honest, when you're
Because
young,
we were having unprotected sex. You weren't young.
right?
You were 26.
When I got pregnant, correct.
You weren't young.
Which I understand. I'm not disagreeing with.
So what I'm saying is why?
So then why do it, right?
Did you read? Did you listen to what I just read about the woman who was a single mother? Mm-hmm.
I did. So
that's you.
Not necessarily every situation is
different. This is what they want to. This is what they want to believe. That yes, that's for them, but I'm special. No, you're not. Men Men on the open market find out you have a baby and they just say she's fucking, that she's having sex. Men look at you as men look at single mothers as sexual options first. And I don't care if you believe it.
Oh no, I believe that. I believe that because most men think that single women are easy because they have children. They think they're easy, and that's the delusion that they're under all the time. But the problem is, a single woman who doesn't have children has more options, and she's much freer than single women, single mothers. That's what you're missing.
I don't care if you like it. That's the truth.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
So that's the point. So I'm saying this for you and for all the other women.
Yeah.
If you choose to make babies before you get married, then you decide that was a choice you made.
Right.
So you've decided to do it. You were having unprotected sex. You knew what you were doing.
Right.
Y'all could have went to the justice of the peace at any time in those 6 years, but you chose not to. But why did you choose not to?
Because it was mentally, emotionally, and it was a bad situation.
So why did you? I'm with Kevin on this one. Why would you have the baby? Why would you be having unprotected sex with an unstable, unhinged human being? Why would that be an option for you all? I get it to a certain extent. I get it. But why that option when you knew from 22 to 23, when you knew? So it must have been a very short-lived relationship. It couldn't have been no longer than 4 or 5 years. But still, you found out he was toxic before you got pregnant. That's a big difference. That's the big difference. When women find out after they have the baby, after they get pregnant, that the person is an asshole, and then they're too poor or they're too goofy to have an AB or want to have an AB or whatever. I'm not holding against women who want to have ABs, but sometimes you get there and you don't want to have an AB. Yeah, you don't know what to do with the baby. You don't have no money to do all kinds of things. There's reasons why. But you knew he was toxic before you got pregnant. That's the difference. If you know he was a fuck up before you got pregnant by him. That's what I don't like. That's what I don't understand. Before you get pregnant, you know he's a fucker.
And I got into the relationship looking for nothing, to be honest, right? Like how you said before, when people, you don't know, you're not looking for a husband, right? So I was just like out there free willy nilling it. I wasn't looking for anybody. So now that once I decided to leave the situation was because I knew exactly the why, right?
No, it makes no sense to me as a man. That you just decided to see all this would have been all right as long as you didn't get pregnant.
Which I agree. I'm
So
not saying that I don't agree.
So everything would be all right. You could be out there being sexually promiscuous and all that good stuff if you want to, as long as you don't have a baby. I just want to make sure people heard that's exactly what you're saying. All this would be all right if you wouldn't have had a baby. Okay? That's all I want to hear.
So, but I need you to understand that I was just out here. Do you think that makes it even worse? Because you knew you weren't looking for anything serious. Then why'd you allow yourself to get pregnant?
That's the dumb part. That's the dumb shit that these women say. This is the dumb shit. Let's see how she explains herself.
And bring a kid into this because it's germane to your why is this important? Because you're not looking for a husband. You're looking for a stepfather.
At this point, I'm looking for a husband. So I am.
Do you have custody of your child?
I do.
Then, ma'am, you're looking for a step.
Of course,
father.
Right. Of course.
It's not at this point. No.
That's the distinction. Kevin's about to give you the distinction. Once you have that baby, you're no longer looking for a husband. You're looking for a stepfather. You're looking for a baby daddy. You're looking for somebody to help you take care of the child. Damn what you think. Damn what's going on with you. You're looking for somebody that can help you raise that child correctly and right without abusing them and all that other stuff. He's right on this.
No.
It is both. I am looking for a stepfather. Mm-hmm.
It's a stepfather.
Correct.
First, that's what he would be.
Okay.
See, this is what I mean. Ladies, y'all just play slick and loose. Y'all don't understand that when a man sees you with a kid, he recognizes that that's a package deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to take care. In the animal kingdom, what happens when the male of the species takes over a female with cubs with offspring from another man? What happens to those offspring?
I don't really know.
No, they break them off, leave them alone, abandon them, or do something to them. She has a boy. Why isn't the boy with his father? That package deal is better than her package deal. Because now she got to find another man to take care of a boy.
I don't know, animals. Either they have to go under the ruling of the guy, or they just get tossed into the wilderness. I don't really know. I have no clue.
What do you think?
They probably get tossed to the wilderness.
Let's tossed into the wilderness, man.
That man doesn't take the cubs as
their. So tossed into the wilderness means what? The outcome is what?
I'm not really sure.
Think about it. You're an intelligent woman. I'm going to say tossed into the wilderness. You toss a child out into the wilderness, a cub into the wilderness. What happens to it?
To the cub, then it's on its own. Okay, it's just on its own.
It's on its own. It's on its own. Really, it's on its own. Until what?
Until it gets older and figures out.
God damn. This is, guys, and I'm doing this, man.
Yeah, but human beings, not animals, and children don't get tossed to the side like that. It's only a piss poor mother that would toss her children to the side. That's why you have to find out initially, rather quickly, whether this man is able to extend himself to another human being. If the man is not able to extend himself to another human being, he's not able to extend his feelings or his love for another human being to a child, then you need to get rid of him quick. This is one thing I say immediately. If he's not willing, he's not able, you see that he's not connecting with that child in any way, you give him the motherfucking boot. You do that pronto. I don't give a damn how much you love him, how much you care about him. The minute you see that he don't care for your child in any way, because there's a different way to care for somebody's other children. You have nieces and nephews. You can care for those nieces and nephews. You can care for another child. You don't necessarily have to be a father or a parent or anything like that, but you can also be friendly to the child. You can also be acceptable and approachable to that child. There's a big difference between just shunning somebody's child and being, ain't no way. No way.
To just see if you're gonna say it.
Mm-hmm.
They're dead. It's not tossed on its own. Animals who don't reach their majority don't all of a sudden, because you're a cub and they just live, they die.
Right.
Do you know that? Do you understand that, or do you just not want to say it?
No, I get it.
But you didn't say it.
Because I didn't know where you were going with that.
I said, what happens to a cub, a kid on its own? You said it's just on its own until it grows up. I don't think you really want to deal with reality.
No, well, it's not a matter of reality. It's a matter of understanding that you have to find a person that's able to extend themselves to a child. And people keep saying, oh, no man wants to do it. No woman wants to do it. No man wants to do it. We understand that. But in today's dynamic, you can't do anything but understand it and deal with it, because it's the modern day landscape the way that it is. It just is what it is. And you either deal with it or you don't. And we understand that. But these bitches still stay pregnant. Okay? So you still over there messing with Becky, even if she got a kid or two.
That the reality is, when a male of the species in the mammal kingdom takes over another woman, he kills the cubs. Or they have to leave and take care of themselves. And if they can't, what happens to them?
Like you said, they die, right?
Right. And we're mammals.
Mm-hmm.
Men look at you with another person. He said, damn, my money has to go to feed another man's cub. I don't want to do that. That's already competition. Your child is always going to come first to you. That means a man automatically knows he's going to come second. You're not looking for a husband. You're looking for a stepfather. You're looking for somebody to be a stepfather who is willing to not throw your child into the wilderness, is willing to step into a father role.
Right.
And
Right.
what is he going to get from being such an incredible, benevolent man? What is he going to get? Because you didn't require the man who made the baby to marry you. What are you going to give him that's so great and wonderful that he's going to get for saving you and your cub from the...
That's the thing. This is where we part ways. We part ways here. Simply because I'm supposed to do something way above and beyond. You don't do anything above and beyond. I understand that she comes with a child. I understand all of these things. But it's not how it works in reality. Reality is you either going to take and see the person who comes along understands what the responsibilities are, unless he just doesn't. And if he doesn't, you shouldn't even be involved with him. But if he does come along and he's willing to take that responsibility, he should know what he's bringing on. Don't look at me because I have a kid and say, oh, you got to suck dick every Wednesday because I got your kid. Run, ladies. If you have a man like this who's talking like Kevin, run, ladies. Oh, you owe me something extra because I'm taking your kid on. You better run. Because he doesn't deserve you or your kid if this is the attitude that he has. See, I get it to the point where we get here. Once we get here, we part ways in which we deal with other human beings. And women out here are desperate. That's why you shouldn't get pregnant. No woman should get pregnant. From here on out, if you hear the sound of my voice, don't have any boy's baby. And I say boy because only a boy would have issue with leaving you with a child, knowing that he's supposed to be raising his child with you. Only a boy would do that. Okay? If you want to have good families, healthy relationships, you need to marry your baby daddy. And then, baby daddy, you need to get your ass together Get you a job, pull your fucking pants up, and start acting like a man and raise your child with the baby mama. Okay? This is all I'm saying. And then we can avoid all this step, baba, step, woo, woo, woo. And I get that people break up and everything else. But I'm not sucking dick every Wednesday because I got to be grateful. And no woman should be doing that. You run if a man says anything about you owe me extra. Because I take your kid on.
The wilderness. So that's not how y'all think about it.
I mean, I can get it. I understand, right? Because
Okay.
there's standards, like there's the standard normal. And I understand, like, I'm not special, but then I also know what I bring to a table.
What is that?
I bring peace. Like, I'm able to bring peace. So
Your child bring peace.
Hmm?
Does your child bring peace?
My child does bring peace. And I
Is
actually
a male or is a boy or a girl?
a boy.
Okay. I hate to break this to you. That's the worst, one of the worst situations to be in because boys are instinctively protective of their mothers.
Right.
Does he have a relationship with his father?
No, his father's not. Has chosen not to be in his life. That's why I said it was a bad situation, right? So.
Well, you picked him.
I did. But that was where I was at that point in time. I'm not disagreeing with a thing that you're saying. That's exactly where
My point is.
See, sometimes when you're rolling through this life, and I get it, you're rolling through life and you just rolling and we just having a good time and I'm getting pregnant and all that other shit. You're supposed to have a basic minimum of some kind of mental acuity, which says, I don't think I should get pregnant by this motherfucker who punching me in the face. I don't think I should get pregnant by this dude who got 3, 4, 5 other baby mamas. I shouldn't get pregnant by this motherfucker who keep disappearing on me and who don't want me. These are the things, basic minimum things you women should be thinking about before you get pregnant. And I get it. I'm not absolving the men. Men, you need to keep your dick in a goddamn condom. Because you gave her your sperm. You gave her permission to have your baby. Okay? You gave her permission. You gave up your rights to the sperm. So that's my lecture on that. But women do better. God damn it.
And the reason I'm doing this is because women need to know choosing to have a child for your selfish reasons cost you suitable men.
Potential.
No.
No, I mean
no, they do.
In general,
And we need to stop lying. You get the men who will pick you because they don't have better options.
I wouldn't say that though.
Of course you would.
Well, I wouldn't say that because attraction is there's no ruling for attraction. There's no way that you could tell whether Sierra's husband would be attracted to her which way or what. You don't know who's attracted to you, who's not. So you can't say that. So we're not going to say that. Okay.
Of course you wouldn't. Of course you wouldn't. But gentlemen, if you understand what I'm saying, gentlemen, write down in the comment section because this is a level of disconnect. See, women like yourself think that I just had a baby and I'm peaceful and my kid's good and perfect. So we're really not a bother. And men are just like, I don't care what you say. That's still another man's kid and there's more food I got to put out. And do you want to have any more children?
Do I want to? I am open to having more kids.
Do you want? So do you? You're open. So
yeah.
How many more children could a man get from you?
I mean, a couple more.
Couple more kids. So understand that if a man had 2 children with you, every time he put food in your child's mouth, he's taking food out of his other 2 kids' mouth. That's how our minds think.
Right, and I get it.
So you ladies need to understand what you bring that's so great and wonderful. Because I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna be unpopular, but single mothers got to do far more than single mothers got to do more than single women.
Right.
Because single women are looking for husbands. You're looking for stepdads.
Right.
And you try to say like it's both. No, it's a stepdad first.
Well, it's not something that's tangible. Okay, it depends on the man. It also depends on what he is looking for and what is important to him. You can't just say, oh, okay, he's going to want something extra because sometimes he does and sometimes he doesn't. And the ones that want something extra, it depends on what that something extra is. Like I said, I'm not going to be sucking dick every Wednesday because that's what I'm supposed to do. Unless not what I'm supposed to do, what you demand that I do. Unless I actually want to do it, right? So it depends on what his asks are when it comes to that child. Okay, what extra do I have to do? I mean, I'd have a problem with that, but that's just me. But I get it. I get it. Some of you women are weak-willed like that. You'll accept that bullshit, right?
Because the man has to say, I got to take that on automatically. That means on the day of our wedding, this little crumb snatcher is going to be with us. On our honeymoon, this crumb snatcher is going to be waiting for us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get one day with my wife in my new home without this little crumb snatcher being here. Every day I'm there, we got to worry about this person before it can get to me. Men are territorial.
I get it. Yeah.
Even with their own children.
Right.
So, and if you had to pick between your husband and your daughter, what you gonna pick?
My son.
Your husband or your son, what you gonna pick?
I mean, I
said your husband or your son, what you gonna pick?
I would pick my husband if I'm married. I grew up with my parents are still married.
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
So like, if your husband, so let's just say, for sake of argument,
okay,
your son becomes just irascible.
Yeah.
And at 16 years old, he's just a problem. And your husband says you need to put him out.
I mean, if he can't shape up, to be honest, you can't disrespect my husband. It's that.
Yes, it's a conversation. It's a conversation that you have to have. It's a conversation that you have to have. Yes.
Simple.
Because it's a conversation that you need to have with your child. You need to have that conversation with your child. This is our family. This is the family we put together. No disrespect. But see, a lot of people don't have that conversation. You know that Kevin is not your biological father, but he is the stepfather. He is the head of the household. You obey him just like you obey me. None of that back talk. None of that, he not my daddy. None of that, I ain't doing what he said. Ain't none of that. Any kind of disrespect and we're going to have a problem. Okay? If it's out of pocket and it's out of line, then you're going to go live with your daddy. That's just it. Back and forth. But see, my son, if I was a single mother and I had a son, he would be going to live with his father anyway. So, just is what it is.
It's that simple.
Well, and the reason I'm asking is because women, you need to ask yourself questions that seriously, because you like your son and love your son. Right. You think that we don't look at your kids that way. They're not assets to us. They're all liabilities.
Yeah.
And so the question becomes, how do you overcome that when this woman over here has no kids? You got to over deliver.
Right.
So where are you learning to, and this is a conversation based upon, and how we got here is because you said you're looking for both a stepfather and a husband. I'm like, no, it's a stepfather first.
Yeah.
Are you dating anyone? Have you dated anyone seriously since you had your child?
Yeah, I have.
What's the longest relationship you've had?
Since my son's dad, almost 2 years.
Almost 2?
Almost 2 years.
And how old was your son?
How old was he? It ended last year.
So he was over 3 years old. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
So why didn't? And you guys were in a monogamous, committed relationship?
We were, but because I do understand the element and the pressure of children in a relationship, I don't bring that in there, right?
So he didn't meet your kid?
He did not meet my child.
That's some weird. That's wait.
Wait. You was in a relationship for 2 years and he never met your kid? Come on, lady. Come on. That's just too. Then that tells me you didn't. That tells me you knew that man didn't want your child. And so you didn't introduce him not within 2 months, 6 months, 5 months, 10 months, XXX. So you knew he didn't want to be bothered with a child, and yet you still kept dealing with him. Wow. That's wild. That's wild. Modern day ladies, I get it. You don't have options like that. No, you don't. You have to be very careful. The man that comes into the life of the children that you have has to be a special man. He can't be a selfish man. And by all means and stretch of the imagination, a single man is a selfish man because he doesn't have to talk about or deal with anybody other than himself. Same thing with a single woman, selfish by nature. All of them, single people. But it's when you have children that you have to think outside of yourself. That's why it's important to see if you deal with a man who has one baby mama. Don't go beyond that, because then you got to do with two, three, four, five of them. And a man who has two, three, four, five baby mamas is an undisciplined man, and he can't rule anything. He can't lead anything. So you really do have a window. Your options are limited as a single mother. You have to find a man who's older than you, who has a child, maybe one or two just like you, who's mature enough to be able to extend himself, beyond his children, in order to love somebody else. Because if he has nieces and nephews and he loves his nieces and nephews, more than likely he can love another child. But if he's not in touch with any other children, more than likely he's not going to be bothered with those, and he's going to have a selfish attitude. So you can't just date any person. You have to specifically and strategically look for a certain man. You have options, but your options are very limited. The wide open options is a 10. Your options are a 3. So you have to look within that fence of 3 and find the jewel. And it might take you a minute, it might take you a month, it might take you 2 years. But don't just date anybody that you're attracted to, because you're not looking for just a man. You're looking for a stepfather. And that's the difference between dating as a single person and dating as a person who has children. You're not looking for a husband, you're looking for a stepfather. I wish women would figure that out. You're not dating for you, you're dating for a stepfather.